Today, we are going to see about the types of volcano. In this video, we are going to answer 25 questions with more than enough correct answer that reach with a detailed explanation. So, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment this video. Barattoota, har'a viidiyoo kana keessatti gaaffii 25 dhimmoota volkaanoodhaan qofa wal qabatan irratti barattoota kutaa 12f barattoota freshman koorsii yuunivarsiitii seentaniidhaaf akkasumas barattoota reemediyaalii argattaniidhaaf kan isin gargaaru waan ta'eedhaaf viidiyoo kana bira hin darbinaan dhaamsa barsiisummaa kooti. Question number 1. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of shared volcanoes? Students, you have to know what are the characteristics of shared volcanoes. Which feature distinguishes shared volcanoes from other types of volcanoes like that of stratovolcano? A. Steep-sided cone with explosive eruptions. B. Broad, gentle slopes formed by basaltic lava. C. Cone of pyroclastics with angle of repose slope. D. Basin-shaped depression formed by collapse. Question number 2. Haiwan Highlands are an example of A. Cinder cones. B. Shared volcanoes. C. Stratovolcanoes. D. Calderas. The answer, because steep-sided cones with explosive eruptions are the main feature of stratovolcano, not shared volcano. C is also wrong. Why? Because a cone of pyroclastic describes cinder cones, not shared volcanoes. D is also again wrong, because basin-shaped depression is a caldera, not a shared volcano. B is the correct answer, because shared volcanoes form when highly fluid basaltic lava spreads widely and creating broad, low-profile volcanoes like that of Haiwan Islands. B is the correct answer. For question number 2, cinder cones are small hills of pyroclastics, while stratovolcanoes are steep, layered, and explosive. Example is Mountain Fuji. Calderas are depressions, not Iceland building features. So, Haiwan Islands are built by shared volcanoes rising from the seafloor. As a result, B is again the correct answer. Question number 3. Which type of volcano has alternating layers of lava and pyroclastics? A. Shared volcano. B. Stratovolcano. C. Cinder cone. D. Batholiths. Cinder cones are composed mostly of pyroclastic only, while D is also wrong because batholith is an intrusive rock body, not a volcano. So, stratovolcanoes, the composite volcanoes, are layered due to the alternating lava flows and the pyroclasts. As a result, stratovolcano B is the correct answer. Number 4. Which of the following best describes cinder cone volcanoes? A. It is built from fluid basalt lava flows. B. It is composed of cinder-sized pyroclasts at an angle of repose. C. Alternating layers of lava and ash. D. Large dome-shaped intrusive rock. Good. Shared volcanoes are built from fluid basalt lava flows, but not cinder cone. So, A is not the answer. Alternating layers of lava and ash describes the characteristics of stratovolcanoes, not about cinder cone. So C is not the answer. Again, large dome-shaped intrusive rock describes batholiths, not cinder. As a result, cinder cones are conical hills formed by pyroclastic deposits at the angle of repose is the main description of cinder cones. So B is the correct answer. Question number 5. The steepness of cinder cone slope is controlled by A. Lava viscosity, B. Angle of repose of proclastics, C. Collapse of magma chamber, D. Intrusion of seals. Well, lava viscosity is a key in stratovolcanoes, not in cinder cone. So A is not the answer. Again, collapse of magma chamber is a formation of caldera. So not cinder cone. Again, seals are intrusive bodies related to the slope angle. So is not the major characteristics of cinder cone. The slope is set by the natural angle at which proclastic material is stable. This is known as angle of repose. So B is the correct answer. Question number 6. Craters differ from calderas by... Students, you have to identify the difference between different forms of volcanoes, like that of caldera, craters, dike, and there's others also. A. Craters are formed by collapse, while calderas by explosion. B. Craters are smaller depressions, while calderas are large basin shaped. C. Craters are intrusive, while calderas are extrusive. D. Craters are always volcanic, while calderas are not. Craters and calderas may involve collapse or explosion, but size differentiates them, so A is not the answer. Craters are intrusive and the calderas are extrusive, it says C, so it is not correct. Neither are intrusive rocks. D. Craters are always volcanic, calderas are not, it says. Both are volcanic in origin, so D is not correct statement. So, craters are smaller depression, while calderas are large basins from collapse of magma chambers. B is the correct answer. Question number 7. A caldera is most commonly formed when A. Pyroclastics accumulate at angle of repose. B. Fluid basalt spreads over wide areas. C. A magma chamber drains and the cone collapses. D. Lava solidifies within cracks, forming vertical sheets. Good. Proclastics accumulate at angle of repose is wrong because it describes cinder cones rather than caldera. B. Fluid basalt spreads over wide areas is also not the answer because it describes shared volcanoes formation, not caldera. D. Lava solidifies within cracks forming vertical sheets is not the answer because it describes dike, not caldera. So caldera forms after magma chambers empties and cone collapses inward. So C is the correct answer. Question number 8. Batholiths are A. Vertical sheets of igneous rock. B. Dome-shaped intrusive bodies extending over hundreds of kilometers square. C. Horizontal intrusions between rock layers. D. Depressions caused by magma chamber collapse. Good. A vertical sheet of igneous rock is dike, not batholith. So A is not the answer. Dome-shaped intrusive bodies extending over hundreds of kilometers square is seals. Again, not batholiths. Depression caused by magma chamber collapse describes caldera, not batholith. So, batholiths are massive dome-shaped plutonic bodies forming mountain cones. B is the correct answer. Question number 9. Which intrusive body forms A wall-like structure. A. Seal. B. Batholith. C. Dike. D. Crater. Good. Seals are horizontal. They are not able to form wall-like structure. Craters are depressions. Batholiths are massive dome-shaped intrusions, so unable to form wall-like structure. Dike are vertical sheets forming wall-like structure. So C is the correct answer. Question number 10. A seal differs from a dike because barattoota sila garaagarummaawwan akkasii dubbisaa isiniin jedheera. Ammas irra deebiin isinitti hima. A. Seal is vertical. Dike is horizontal. B. Seal forms with layers. Dike cuts across layers. C. Seal is extrusive. Dike is intrusive. D. Seal is always dome-shaped. Dike is sheet-like. Seal are parallel to rock layers. Dike cut across them. The reverse is true. Seal forms with layers. Dike cut across layers. B is the correct answer. Question number 11. Which volcano type has the most fluid lava? A. Shade volcano. B. Stratovolcano. C. Cinder cone volcano. D. Caldera. Stratovolcanoes erupt viscous lava, so B is not the answer. Cinder cones are mainly procrustic, not lava flows, while calderas are depression, not lava type. As a result, shade volcano has the most fluid lava. Shade volcanoes erupt basaltic lava, which is very fluid. So A is the correct answer. Question number 12. Which volcano type is most explosive? A. Shade. B. Stratovolcano. C. Cinder cone. D. Batholith. Shade volcanoes are effusive, not explosive. Mirawad. Male kan omiti. Cinder cones are small and less explosive. Batholith is intrusive, not volcanic. Still, D is not the answer. So, stratovolcano is the type of volcano which is most explosive. Stratovolcanoes erupt viscous lava, causing pressure build-up and explosive eruptions. So, B is the correct answer. Question number 13. The angle of repose is most relevant to A. Stratovolcanoes. B. Cinder cones. C. Shade volcanoes. D. Calderas. The slope of cinder cone is governed by the angle of repose, but stratovolcano slopes result from lava viscosity, so is not the answer. Shade volcano slopes are broad due to fluid basalt, so C is also not the answer. Calderas are collapse basins, as a result is wrong. So B is the correct answer. Question number 14. The eruption style of shade volcano is described as A. Effusive, with lava spreading widely. B. Explosive, with proclastic flows. C. Violent, creating large depressions. D. Sudden, forming cinder-sized fragments. Explosive with proclastic flows is the characteristics of a stratovolcano. Violent, creating large depression is caldera's characteristics. So C is not the answer. Sudden forming cinder-sized fragments is the characteristics of cinder cone volcanoes, which is producing by proclastics. So D is also not the answer. As a result, sheer volcanoes produce effusive basaltic lava flows. A is the correct answer. Question number 15. Which of the following is not an intrusive landform? A. Batholith, B. Seal, C. Dike, D. Caldera. Barattoota, gaaffiiwwan kun iddoo barbaachisoo fi qormaataaf isin qopheessuu danda'an waan ta'eef viidiyoo kana sirriitti daawwachuun iddoowwan viidiyoo kanaan tuttuqne deemtanii dubbisuudhaan qabiyyee mataa keessanii akka qabattan cimsee isin yaadachiisa. Batholith, Seal and Dike are intrusive igneous landform, but caldera is the extrusive. So D is the correct answer. Question number 16. Which volcanic landform is most likely to form the core of a mountain? A. Seal, B. Batholith, C. Dike, D. Crater. Seal is wrong because seal are thin horizontal sheets, so they are not mountain cores. C is also not the answer because dike are narrow and vertical, not mountain forming fracture. D is also wrong because craters are depressions, not solid rock cores. Batholiths are massive intrusive bodies, often exposed after erosion, forming mountain cores. So the answer is B. Question number 17. Which type of lava is associated with stratovolcanoes? Gosoota laavaa gosoota volkaanoo wajjin walitti firoomsitanii dubbisuun isinirraa eegamaa jechuudha. A. Batholith, low viscosity. B. Highly viscous. C. Flue lava that spreads widely. D. None. They are purely proclastes. Excellent. Basalt low viscosity is wrong because basaltic lava is atypical of sheer volcanoes. Flue lava describes sheer volcanoes. Again, stratovolcanoes erupt both lava and proclastes, not just one. So D is not the answer. As a result, stratovolcanoes erupt viscous lava, which is leading to explosive eruption. So B is the correct answer. Question number 18. Which of the following is the smallest volcanic landform? A. Sheer volcano, B. Stratovolcano, C. Cinder cone, D. Caldera. Sheer volcano can cover vast areas and rise kilometers above sea level, so is not smallest. Stratovolcanoes are also very large, so is not small. Calderas are massive depressions, often tens of kilometers across, so is not small. As a result, cinder cone are small, often less than a few hundred meters high. So C is the correct answer. Question number 19. Which of the following volcanoes typically has sides no steeper than 7 degrees? A. Stratovolcano, B. Cinder cone, C. Sheer volcano, D. Composite cone. Gaaffileen kun kitaaba keessan barnoota ji'oogiraafii kutaa 12ffaa irraa kan bahe waan ta'eef sirriitti isin qopheessa jedhee itti yaadee xiinxalee dadhabee waan qopheesseedhaaf namoota hedduu bira akka gahuudhaaf share, laayikii fi subscribe gochuu hin dagatina. Stratovolcanoes have steep slopes, while cinder cones are quite steep due to angle of report. Composite cone is another name for stratovolcano, so also steep. Sheer volcanoes have very gentle slopes, rarely exceeding 7 degrees. So C is the correct answer. Question number 20. Which intrusive landform forms when magma intrudes horizontally between rock layers? A. Seal. B. Dike. C. Batholith. D. Crater. Very good. Dike is vertical intrusion, so it is wrong. While batholiths are massive dome-shaped intrusion, again is not the answer. Crater are surface depressions, not intrusions, so is wrong. So seal are horizontal intrusions parallel to rock layers. A is the correct answer. Question number 21. Which of the following landform is formed by erosion exposing deep-seated magma chambers? A. Seal. B. Dike. C. Batholith. D. Caldera. Seal are shallow intrusion, not deep-seated. Dikes are very vertical cracks, not massive chambers, so they are not the answer. Calderas are surface depressions, not exposures, so is not the answer. As a result, C. Batholiths are become visible only after erosion stripes away overlying rocks. So C is the correct answer. Question number 22. Which of the following correctly matches the volcano with eruption type? A. Shear volcano, explosive eruption. B. Stratovolcano, explosive eruption. C. Cinder cone, broad lava flows. D. Batholith, surface eruption. Shear volcanoes are effusive, not explosive, so A is not correctly matched. Cinder cones produce proclastic, not broad lava flows. As a result, C is also not the answer. Batholiths are intrusive, not eruptive. As a result, D is also not the answer. So, stratovolcanoes are characterized by explosive eruption due to viscous lava. So, B is the correct matched. Question number 23. Which volcanic feature results from unusual violent explosions or collapse during activity? A. Batholith. B. Caldera. C. Seal. D. Batholith is intrusive bodies, so is not the answer. Seal is sheet-like intrusions. Again, is not unusual violent explosion. So, B is the correct answer. Caldera can form from violent explosions or collapse of a cone. 4. Why does lava from shear volcanoes spread over wide areas? A. It is composed of highly viscous magma. B. It is basaltic and fluid. C. It erupts explosively and shatters. D. It is confined within vertical cracks. Good. High viscosity lava creates steep cones, not wide flows. So A is not the answer. Explosions create proclastics, not broad sheets of lava. So C is also not the answer. Vertical cracks form depth, not lava plains. So B is the correct answer. Basaltic lava is very fluid, spreading widely to form broad sheds. So B is the correct answer. The last question, question number 25. Which of the following pair is correctly matched? A. Shear volcanoes, Mountain Fuji. B. Stratovolcano, Hawaiian Iceland. C. Cinder cone, Paricutin, Mexico. D. Caldera, vertical intrusive sheets. Mountain Fuji is stratovolcanoes feature, not shade. Haiwan Islands are shade volcanoes, not stratovolcanoes. Calderas are collapse basins, not intrusions. So, Periquitin in Mexico is a classic cinder cone. As a result, C is the correct answer. These are all about today's lesson.
ቻናሊ ኬሰን ጂኦ ለሰን 17 ቲዩብ ዋን ዳወተኒፍ ገለቶማ ጂኦ ለሰን 17 ቲዩብ ቻናላችሁን ስለጎበኛችሁ አመሰግናለሁ። ጂኦ ለሰን 17 ቲዩብ ቻናሊ ሚልኮሚነ ኤገሬ ዳሎታፍ ኢሙ